Somebody commented recently with a suggestion that I should raise this silver sword up on an elevated planter, and I think that's such a good idea. I think I will do that. Thank you to whoever commented that. I think it'll give like just some more depth and dimension to this little corner because they're all kind of like the same height. Anyways, on with the video. Hey guys, what's up? It's Fern. Thank you so much for joining me for another Plenty video. I have been anticipating filming this video for a while, and I kind of can't believe that I'm already filming it because it means that we're already halfway through the year, which blows my mind. Yes, so today we are reviewing my 2022 plant goals. We're doing a little progress check-in, seeing what's going well, what's going not so well. If you have been following my channel for a while, then you may have seen my original video that I did on this talking about what my goals were for this year. I'll link that somewhere and down in the description. If you haven't seen that one, I suggest watching it first. So today I'm excited to just give updates on how everything is going. Before we dive into this list, I do want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor. Today's video is kindly sponsored by Harry's. Now I have been obsessed with this since I started using it. I know I've talked about this in another video, so I can definitely give a firm update that I love these razors. I'm switching over to using this fun one. Oh, I love this little comfy grip handle too. These razors have high quality German engineered blades and they just provide such a close and comfortable shave. I can't remember the last time my legs have been so smooth. Just nice to have a razor that's marketed towards everybody for a fair price as well. Not only are these high quality and affordable, but they're also convenient because you can have the blade refills delivered directly to your door. And they have a 100% quality guarantee where you can get your money back. If you're interested in trying out a new awesome razor, you can redeem a starter set for only $3, my friends. And you can do that by going to harrys.com/wildfern. In the starter set, you get a 5-blade razor, a weighted handle, a blade cover, and their foaming shave gel. I will of course have everything linked down below in the description. Thank you so much to Harry's for sponsoring this video. Okay, now to get into the plant. So I have my list pulled up beside me here, and the first thing on my plant goals list was to extend my Monstera albo moss pole. So I have my Monstera albo right here behind me so that I can show you guys. I actually just knocked this plant over before I started filming, and it crushed my Philodendron McDowell. I don't know if you can see, but the leaves are all drooping down, so I hope that he recovers. And there's soil everywhere. I broke some aerial roots off of it, but anyways, she's fine. I don't think I snapped any leaves off of her. For some reason, I knock this plant over all the time. I don't know why that's been such a theme for me lately, knocking plants over. That did not used to be something that I really did. I think maybe because my space is so small and it's getting really crowded and cluttered now. Okay, anyways. Monstera albo moss pole. This is one of the goals that I am meeting, and I'm going to be meeting it very soon because look at this. Oh, there is the top of the moss pole. This is actually 2 moss poles. Well, there's the original moss pole and then 1 extension, and this is a self-watering moss pole from Trifolia, which is my favorite. So she is right at the top of this, you guys, and I just can't believe that. I'm so excited, and I'm actually getting my Trifolia moss pole extension I think in 2 days, so I'm definitely going to be adding that on pretty soon, and it just blows my mind that this plant is going to be getting even taller. Once I add the extension on, I think that the total height of the moss pole is going to be about 4 feet. So it's just crazy for me to think of this plant getting that tall. I really need to repot her. I've been saying that for a while. Look at the aerial roots wrapped around there. I really need to repot her. I think that she is going to be a lot happier once I do that. I just certain plants I get anxious about doing things to, and this is one because I just love her so much. I will show you what her new leaf is looking like. That's it right there. It's just unfurling. So yeah, that's the leaf that made us reach the top of the moss pole. And I guess the goal that I had written down is extend pole Monstera albo. I actually wrote Monster albo on my list. I missed the A. So I'm definitely going to be meeting that goal very soon. All right, we started off strong, but the next one is one that I will not be meeting, and it is to get my silver sword to grow on the plank. Now, this must have happened like very shortly after I made this list. But that silver sword that I was growing on the wooden plank actually got thrips. I had to take it down, I had to completely chop it up, and now it's a bunch of baby propagations. So that goal is just not a thing, but honestly I'm okay with it because now for that wooden plank, I have my Monstera dubia growing up it, and I like that so much better. I think that planks can be good to grow all types of plants, but I think that like shinglers really shine on them. So I love having my dubia on there. It's one that I honestly get excited to check on every day. So it kind of worked out well, and I guess now my new goal for the plank is just to grow that Monstera dubia as tall as possible. If it could reach the top of the plank by the end of the year, I would be so happy. Although I don't even know what I'm gonna do with it when it does reach the top. So yeah, that'll be interesting. But yeah, that's the update on that one. The next one is to grow a full basket of Philodendron micans. Now I was envisioning like, you know, large, hanging, trailing basket. My micans, let me grab it and I'll show you. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is the case or if it's just me. I think it's the case though, but it seems like some of my plants just haven't really grown at all. Like to me, this looks the same as it did in January when I filmed this video. I'll have to look back on the footage to actually see if it is or not, but this is like not as full as a basket as I was hoping. First of all, it's still in a 4-inch pot. Maybe I should repot and see like, but I don't see any roots coming out. I don't know. How can I make my Philodendron micans grow faster? Like, somebody please let me know. I actually killed the propagations that I potted in here, which, oh gosh, this one is like, oh, okay, this is what is happening. My, like, the vines keep like coming out. Do you see? It's like hanging, I don't know if you can see, but it's like hanging by this one root. Like, why is that like being pulled out? That's so annoying. But that was happening to my propagations, and then the roots just like completely dried out. So like, I don't know why they keep just like falling out. I'm like, hello? Like, what the heck? That one still looks fine. It's gonna be fine. But yeah, because of that, like 3 of the cuttings that I put in here didn't make it. So long story short, this is just definitely not really on track to where I want it to be. I mean, we are in the growing season now, so hopefully within the next few months we can just like jumpstart a whole bunch of growth, but I really want bigger leaves on this. Like, this one is okay, but a lot of the leaves on this plant are just really small. I just want something bigger and more lush. So yeah. Okay, the next one is for Greta and my golden pothos to be trailing. Now, I'll show you Greta first. This is what she is looking like. She is technically trailing. If you look, this is her vine that's going down, and it's definitely like starting to get to the point where it's like gonna start cascading past the pot. She even has a new leaf that is trying to emerge there. Very cute. She is so pretty, even though she's still quite small. So this is definitely not like the type of trailing I was envisioning, but I think we are on track, and I think it is possible that this is going to be, you know, have some decent length on it by the end of the year. And then for my golden pothos, no, not trailing yet. It's still just like this little 4-inch terracotta. I think I need to put this in plastic. Oh, look at this. I think I need to put this in plastic because it dries out so fast, especially being on my windowsill. I love having it on my windowsill because it gets lots of light, but it's hard to keep up with the watering. So I think once I can get it into plastic and keep it a little more well watered, then we will perhaps start seeing some trailing action. The next one is for my Hoya Crimson Queen to bloom, which she has not, unfortunately, and I do not see any like peduncles that are coming in or any signs of a bloom. I think that that plant needs higher light for it to bloom. Well, I think a lot of Hoyas in general, they bloom under high light. So if I had her right in one of my windows, I think that that would promote and encourage blooming. But because I have her pulled back a bit, and if you watched my recent houseplant update video, I'm talking about how during the summer the sun is too high in the sky and I'm not getting any direct light into my house. I thought I would be getting more light, so I thought there was a chance that she would bloom, but now I'm not super confident about it. I mean, it could still happen, but yeah, that's my update on that one. Okay, so the next one is right here, and it is to get my Philodendron Brazil halfway up its moss pole. So this is what this plant is looking like so far. It's kind of hard to show this one in the frame, the whole plant, but it's actually looking so great. I'm very happy with this. It's giving me a lot of just like crazy leaves. Like this side is very neon philodendron vibes, and it's normal for Philodendron Brazil to do that. It can give you dark leaves, it can give you light leaves, it can give you a mixture. I do have a dark leaf that popped out over here, which is very pretty. This is no longer getting artificial light, so I'm wondering if like more of the traditional Brazil coloring, like what's down here, will come back. I guess I will find out, but I think I am gonna reach my goal of getting this halfway up the moss pole, because if I look, halfway up is about here. I know you can't really see the whole thing, but halfway up is about here, so I think I'm definitely going to reach that, and I'm so excited. I can't wait until this is all the way up the moss pole. I just think it's gonna be so cool. I did repot this recently, so it's in a size up. Okay, battery died on me. As I was saying, I did repot this recently, so I went a size up with the pot, obviously. I filmed it as well. There's a video on it on my channel if you have not seen it. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, I think that that's really gonna help with the growth as well. So, you know, feeling really good about this plant. All right, so next on my list is to get my Alocasia Black Velvet out of the One Leaf Club. So to give you a quick background, my Alocasia Black Velvet is notorious for dropping a leaf, putting out a new one, and just only having one leaf at a time. Like every time a leaf comes out, it will drop the last one. And that is what is still going on. I don't even know like I don't know what to do about this plant. Like it's healthy, the roots are healthy, everything is healthy. I feel like I'm caring for it really well. It's in pawn, if you're wondering. I've had some people say that it might just be the corm, like the corm can only support one leaf at a time, and I'm kind of starting to believe that. So I am going to try with some new corms to see what I can do, but I don't think that this particular plant is going to exit the One Leaf Club. This is a beautiful new leaf, as you can see, and then that one is already yellowing. I don't know if you can tell, you can see the like tinge, the yellowy tinge on this one. So it's happening. It's just, you know, I've accepted it, but we'll see what I can do with the corms by the end of the year. Okay, the next one is to get my Philodendron Splendid on a moss pole, and I have it right here beside me in the cabinet, so I'll pull it out and show it to you. Oh, I haven't pulled this out in a little while. Oh yes. Oh, I love this plant so much. So here it is, my Philodendron Splendid, and he's definitely come back with those beautiful velvety leaves. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So this is a hybrid of Philodendron melanochrysum and Philodendron verrucosum. I recently potted up a bunch of, well, not even recently, probably like a few months ago now, I potted up a bunch of cuttings, and it has started to really get established and start giving me a lot of beautiful new growth. So I'm very happy with how this plant is doing. It's definitely starting to climb the moss pole, so feeling really good about this goal. It does live in my IKEA, my Millsbow wide greenhouse cabinet right now. Can't wait to see the progress that I'm going to get in the next 6 months on this one. Alright, the next one is to get my Philodendron verrucosum more mature. Now that's a little vague because I'm obviously not going to be able to reach like full maturity with this plant, probably ever, but just to get like a more mature leaf than the younger ones that are happening down here. And I feel like, I mean, we've had some speed bumps because I did take this plant out of the cabinet and it took a long period of adjustment, but this is the newest leaf it's given me, and overall I'm very happy with it. I know it's ripped because I knocked this plant off of the top of the cabinet and it came crashing down, but that's like pretty nice. Like I'm quite happy with that. I definitely think I can grow this to have even bigger leaves by the end of the year, but I'm quite happy with my progress so far, especially considering it has adjusted to growing in really different conditions than it originally was growing in. And if you look at the petioles, so fuzzy and cute in the back of the leaf, like, oh my goodness, I love Philodendron verrucosum so much. Can't wait to keep growing this. I do have several growth points. I did bust some off when it fell, but new growth will come back and it will continue to grub the moss pole, so hopefully this will be more full and have more large leaves by the end of the year. We shall see. Alright, so the next one was regarding my Hoya linearis, and it was to, first of all, move this out of the IKEA greenhouse cabinet. Done. Did that a few months ago now. And the second part of that was to grow it into a more full basket. And although this is obviously not a full basket, I am pretty happy with how this plant is doing, especially down here. Like the new growth, it's just like lays really nicely, and there's not much like gapping with, you know, leaf loss or anything like that. Like it's growing quite nicely, so I am gonna do another round of propagation on this. This is a plant that's just like hard to show on screen unless you have like a really full lush specimen, which I'm working on, you guys. One day I'll be holding this up and you won't even be able to see me here behind it, but for now this is what he looks like. Yeah, so this is a work in progress. This is one of my all-time favorite Hoyas. I will forever love it. I don't care how fashionable or in or out of popularity it is. I just love it so much. If you haven't seen one in person, they have like little fuzzies on the leaves and they're just so cute, and I find them really easy to grow, so yeah. And I love like just the trailing look and how the leaves fall, and I just love everything about this. So yeah, that is the little update on this guy. And then the last thing on my list was just to maintain my moss poles better, and I am very proud to say that I'm doing it. I'm doing that, you guys. I am doing actually really well at maintaining my moss poles. I like wet them and check them pretty much every morning unless I'm like away for a weekend or something, but usually every day or every second day I'm topping up my moss poles. The ones in the cabinet last a lot longer, like I can get away with like 3 or 4 days without doing anything to them, especially because it's so humid in my house right now. But yeah, in general, I'm keeping them pretty much moist, and I'm just really proud of that because I struggled for such a long time to stay on top of that. It was just something that I couldn't lock into my routine, but now I feel like it's locked. Like I look forward to doing that every morning, and yeah, I'm very happy about that. Okay, whew, so I guess that is my mid-year check-in. I think that this is so fun. I can't wait until next year and I can make a new plant goals list. It's just fun to set goals and review them and reflect. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Also, don't forget to click the link down below in the description box to redeem your $3 starter set from Harry's. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave me a comment down below. I would love to chat with you. Let me know what you think on how the progress of my plants is going. Any tips you have, any comments, let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!